Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another elemental reading for the month of September 2023. This will be the element reading for air. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe. What is the important messages? Okay, this one. We have two jumping out. A new beginning for healing, courage, satisfaction, wish coming true, as they like to say. This is abundance, victory, disappointment, the truth about healing and disappointment, because this becomes a four. And the victory, the truth, again, more truth. It's lots and lots of truth, slowly coming. And there's no ace, so there's that abundance again, that self-love, more healing, healing conversation with love, that unconditional love. So paying attention and opening up and speaking and being truthful. But this Knight of Wands comes across as a very strong energy, but here it seems to be well, I shouldn't say tapered, but there's a healing truth. So it could be brash, but it is truth and honesty coming strong. It's a lot in truth. Unconditional love. That's why I'm not thinking it's such a bad thing. Like when I say bad, rough and aggressive, but no, it's not. For once I see this knight calm. There's a calmness here. Again, it's because of healing truth, and that unconditional love, that abundance, that kindness. You see? Showing kindness. But truth nonetheless. It's a very honest speech. And I think this is where the sincerity comes in. Because of the directness is sincere. Boundaries are set. Again, it is with respect. This truth is coming. Very patiently from a king who is very loving. All right, and a new start and healing. Healing a loss. Walking away from a loss or giving up something. That exploration. Walking away from deep sadness, not going into depression, walking away from that, manifesting new ideas, abundance, again, so it's marriage. It seems, marriage, it's a commitment. It's a commitment in the making. Yeah. You see, the king is being very patient and loving and putting up boundaries so that healing conversation can happen. And that conversation is sincere, even if it is direct, straightforward. There is a sincerity involved, the healing of a disappointment. So we're looking at a relationship that is being built, working on with courage. For satisfaction to come. So air, it's a lot of strategy in play here. You know, I need to say it because when I was just ending up the earth element, I said air at the end. This is very end, and I had to think, and that's when now that I'm doing this reading, it brings me to the Seven of Seven of Swords, which was the first card that fell out on the earth element on the first line. So it has to do with strategy and betrayal, and this what just took place here with the cards falling out is all about strategy, for forgiveness, for conversation, for healing. So I'm thinking that your earth element is connected. And I say yours. You see, there is a connection between the earth and the air element readings for September. You might want to take a listen and see if anything connects there for you. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting me, keeping me safe. What are the important messages for the air element for September 2023? Thank you, Spirit. What does the air element need to know for September 2023? I feel very quick motions happening here. Everything's time speeding up, whereas in the earth elements, things are slowing down. It's going to be topsy-turvy for September for some people. Let's see what earth, again, air. Let's see what the air elements need to know. We have a King of Swords. Sorry, King of Pentacles. Every time I see this sword, I think it's the King of Swords. King of Pentacles, making change, proposals, holding back, celebration is divine. It's very similar. The same cards coming out for Earth, including the anxiety. That's where it started. Same thing, starting up the same way. That divine guided, it's a choice, huh? There is a disappointment, anxious, anxiety, afraid of disappointing love. So not sure if you're going to get your forgiveness, or your proposal won't be accepted, feeling like you need to hold back because of change. But that has been going on for some time now. That worrying, that anxiety, not having that equal give and take is going to come to an end. I have to say that if I tell you don't worry, you're going to worry more. So worrying, being anxious, and I said the same thing for the earth elements, it is a good thing because it is making you discern where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to be with, who you want around you. You have to go through it, and the only thing is the only way to get through it is to allow yourself to go through it. Understand that it's okay to worry. It's okay that I'm worried. I'm worrying. It's okay. Accept that. Allow it. And you will find that worry will start to subside. Because of a betrayal. Again, it is in a conversation. It is in ego. It is going to be healed. There will be a victory. There will be the potential to have that love, that romance, that queen that you want if you are a king, standing in your own truth. You know what you want. You want to have, and you're going to get it. Look for the moon. The same thing with the earth element. You need to listen to the earth element reading. It's going to give you some kind of grounding. I know it. I can feel that. When I was finishing up, I mentioned air, so there is a connection. There is healing truth, speaking and healing with the truth. This is why there is anxiety, because there is betrayal that needs to come out to the surface. And you know what? Get it off your chest. If it is you that you feel that you need to say something, say it. If you're not sure, say it anyway. And what is the worst thing that could happen? Well, your worst fears will come true and your partner will walk away and say, I'm done with you. And the best thing that can happen is they forgive you and you continue on. Again, you need to listen to the earth element reading. We have the ego. Wow. being sacrificed. Beautiful. It's good news. Ego being sacrificed for a commitment to go off into smooth waters and have that love and have that romance and have all of what you want. But it's coming from a place of lack, where you don't feel good enough or your partner doesn't feel worthy of the commitment. But then that's where you choose to walk away or stay together. Destiny will prove, because you stood up and you took that courage and you spoke what you felt inside. That's what has to happen. And all the anxiety, when you start talking, it's going to fade away. What are the important messages? The layout stays the same from the last reading. I have to change that. Let's just do one more of this. Shuffle and I cut. There we go. Important messages for Earth, September 2023. Thank you, Spirit. So the first line is all about the viewer. And if you are a cross-watcher, then you decide if you are on the first line or the second line. The second line is for the significant other. If you come to the reading for the air element, then this could be you, but you will either fit in both lines, or you'll see which line you fit into. And if you're not the significant other, if you don't have a significant other, then this is people that are outside of your circle, people you will work with, people that you see on a regular basis, even if you're not really connected to them. Like I always say, the grocery, when you go through the cash, you may recognize cashiers and such. And people who give service, where you go to the restaurants, etc. Okay, so let's just see how this is placed. This is fine. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, which is a good sign, especially when I see the 5 sitting here. Let's just take a quick look. We have the forgiveness. So this is a commitment. There is a commitment that wants to happen coming through this read. That's what I was seeing with the cards falling out. That anxiety, wanting to get into a commitment or trying to get out of one, depending on your situation. But this is a commitment that wants to happen because there's a forgiveness, and then there is self-love. There is abundance. There's plenty of love available, waiting to just be drunk down and shared. Okay? Then there's the change that's coming because of the forgiveness. Following that intuition, the Empress, that abundance. And that could mean anything, everything. It's just beautiful. It's what you want coming to you, and what you need being available to you. And then there's the 6 of Cups, so it's coming from the past, that love. And then there's that extra cup, so 7 of Cups, where you must choose. And again, 2 of Swords, where you're holding back from choosing, from making that offer, because you are either afraid, or because of the sense of lack, or your partner is not showing signs of wanting to be in a partnership, so you're holding back. The 3 of Cups, celebration, destiny. And again, we have the third party poking its head out here when I see destiny and the 3 of Cups. Because some people are destined to be in a third party situation and they don't want to talk about it. They want to pretend that it's not happening. They want to make you think it's not happening. And that is where this love from the past is probably that third party connection that needs to change. Again, take it as it resonates. If you are coming out of a situation, or you are discovering that you've been in a third party situation and now you have to choose which way you want to go, because the first card is the truth, that victory, that choice. Speaking of the truth, choosing to go with the truth. Okay, it's not a choosing card, but it does determine the next steps because of what is said. Okay. Then we have the Two of Pentacles showing itself here as the second line, where there's a juggling act, because now we have the 5 and the 2, 7 of Pentacles. So there's patience, patiently working out details to have a creative conversation or go into the future with enthusiasm. We have the 4 of Wands here showing that there is a possibility, because of the truth, there is a possibility of a relationship going to a higher level by the next moon. So we have a new moon coming up. You want to look for that. And the full moon is the next following. So you want to gauge between the new and the full moon, depending on your situation, depending on the information that you receive. Now we have aces all over, so this is very good. We have 3 aces showing here, 1 at the bottom, 2 in the layout. So we have very good balance. Again, with truth. Moving into integrity. See, building up. That 7 of cups, 7 of coins is where you're patient, very patiently working on from the past. Could be the relationship from the past. How far back, you will know, because this person is either coming back into your life or has already returned, and you are now trying to decipher, should I, shouldn't I, should we, how would this go? 7 of Cups here says you must choose. And there is a blockage. There's a stalemate happening. Divine timing says work through the details. Converse. You have to have that conversation. Because there is a sense of lack. There is a feeling of unworthiness in that relationship because of the juggling that took place or is taking place or will take place, because this is neither past or future, and this is just people in your life where they are right now, and there is a wanting to take this to another level. I have to say, I feel there is a third party just trying to infiltrate through the partnership. That's what this tells me here. You see? Because the third party, they have a sense of lack. They feel out in the cold. They feel that they should be included because of the connection that they have with you or with the partner, because this is outside of you, right? And again, the truth here, it's double truth here, and this is truth. So we have the working out of the details, speaking of the truth, building up on boundaries, choosing the love by the next moon. So if you were to say to me, I want to know if my partner is going to go back to the third party. Again, there is no black and white. I've set it to the earth elements, but I see where the connection is here. And I would have to say, it all depends on your conversation and the healing aspect of that conversation. If it is your conversation is where the truth comes out and you realize that the relationship is not going in the way you want, this is where the choice must be made. But you will know by what is said, and the truth is going to come out. And because of that truth, new boundaries are going to be put up. You see, it really is dependent on what is said, because something is going to stop. Something being said is going to stop. It's just going to stop. It's going to hit a dead stop. Say, okay, you know what? I need time, or you will say you need more time to figure it out with that person, and then choose what you want. Because that is how this plays here. But if we move further ahead and we say, well, this turns into a 4, some of you are going to realize that with time, you will take the time and say, you know what, I need more time. I want to think about what you've said to me. I want to think about what we have spoken. I want to think about all that has happened and that sense of lack. What you weren't getting from me, what I wasn't getting from you. That is the conversation that's going to happen, eh? And this is where you will either, well, not you, Spirit is going to make it so that you have to stop and think, because of the consequence of choosing to be in this relationship. It's very strategic. I mean, again, this is air. An air element is very strategic in the way that things play out. You have to see things methodically, and this is where the stalemate comes in, the pause. It's like, I almost don't have to take cards. All right, let's see. Let's just jump in and see what is this Ace of Wands. Again, it's going to come, all the truth coming out will bring a judgment, will bring just desserts, will bring an ending, will bring a healing, will bring all the anxiety and all of what needs to be given and taken on equal ground. You're going to have that conversation, and I'm so happy to say that. This is the best news for this whole reading. All of this changes the shape of what the outcome will be by the moon. But there will be healing. And there will be work going on. And there will be, if it is that you felt that you were not being treated fairly, well, that is going to change now. It's all coming back. It's all coming to the surface. All the truth is coming up. Where you weren't feeling that you were getting what you were deserving, it is coming to you now. Destiny will bring it to you. Healing. But you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Let's see what the 5 of coins represents here. See, a choice. And that betrayal, being divinely guided. Again, this was supposed to happen. There was supposed to be a third person infiltrating in. And there is a reason. There is a divine reason for that connection. There is going to be that communication. Lots of it. It's all related. It's all relating to this connection here. We're going to take cards on this one next. So the Knave of Pentacles, the focus. So there's again another 4 of Pentacles. Again, this is where the secrecy. There is a secrecy that, this is what I'm saying, that they're trying to infiltrate in secret. This is where that strategy from the earth element may help you to get more of a rounded reading. But it's coming in here. So the new plans are being made for a marriage or going into a higher level of a relationship. It's going to be emotional, and it's going to change your life completely. It's going to change. Everything is going to change. Now remember, divinely guided. Divinely guided. Choosing to heal that disappointment, because that's what's going to happen. Choosing to talk about it and working on it and protecting it. Making new plans for marriage. The partner That's what your partner wants. If it is not you, your partner wants to come in, but there is that element of a third party which you will talk about. And if that conversation doesn't happen, then you will know for sure that there is a third party hidden in there, because that's what I see here. That is where the stoppage for some of you. You're going to say, you're not talking about it, then we're not going further. If you talk about it, then we can go further. But if you realize that they are not speaking and they're avoiding the whole thing, then the best thing for you to do is say, I need more time, and you back off. Give them, because their work isn't finished. You see this? You see this here? This is a higher corner, bringing in disappointment. And it is probably, most likely for most of us, your partner is going to turn away from the third party and come and say, I want to come back with you. But I cannot say that for everybody, because in some cases the issue with the third person is not finished. It's not finished. It has to finish. It has to, you have to let go completely of one to be completely with another one in a relationship. Otherwise, you're dividing yourself between the two. And the best advice here is to allow for the partnership with the third party to dissolve and then come together if it is you're still interested by the time that happens. Otherwise, you get to say, well, you know what? I will be patient and I will wait. I will give this time. But I will not stop living. I have my boundaries. You know who you are. You are in the state of mind where you are independent. You want to get into a state of a permanent relationship, but you know who you are and you have your boundaries, and you stand in your truth. You stand in what you believe in, and you speak your mind. You speak your truth. Again, the truth. That's the most important thing, is the truth. That will heal. It will heal. The relationship and the third party needs to get their healing as well. And they need to either taper off or they need to break off completely. But it is hidden. That third party is hidden in the framework of the partnership. It's not finished. It's not finished. I'm going to say that here. It's not finished. What is this Ace of Wands? No, what did I see? The Seven. The Seven of Cups. You see, we have that enthusiasm. Betrayal of a marriage. Betrayal of a relationship. Betrayal of judgment. Betrayal. Like the truth about this marriage here. That is why I'm thinking some of you have a relationship with somebody who is very dedicated to someone else, whether they are married or not. But there is a betrayal of a marriage that is definitely happening here. Again, look at the earth, because the first thing I started talking about was divorce. So you might really want to see if you connect as an earth element to that air element reading. It'll be beneficial on all sides, because there is justice here. There is a divorce. You see, there is a divorce for some because of that hidden third party. That third party not letting go, or the partnership is not letting go of the third party. And there is justice being served for releasing yourself, or the partnership in itself is saying, well, say the partnership, your partner is saying, I don't want to be in this anymore. I want to go with my third party. It could happen, eh? Leaving you for the other woman. Could be that. Leaving you for the other man. Could be that. I mean, you take it as it resonates. But there is a strategy. There is a betrayal. Strategy for betrayal. like I was saying, there is a third party that is hidden in there wanting it. There is a divorce coming because, and this is other people, and this is not, it's not all of one story. This is many stories happening here. Either you're getting divorced, you're finding out about a third party, now you want the divorce, something in that line. But there is work. There is, oh boy, speaking of work, this is where the relationship, the third party relationship is at. It is at the job. That is why it is hidden. Because you cannot see where your partner is when they're at work. And it is, there are many relationships that are being found out. So your partner is not just with one, it's a few of them. And you know who you are. The disappointment is there, you know it. The loss is going to be felt because you are not going to tolerate. Air element, you are not going to tolerate. Your partnership is showing itself to be very betrayed. Not with just one third person, there's many third persons in this one. And this is not for all of you, you know who you are. If you were suspicious and your suspicions were confused, well, now you know. There's not one, there's more than one. So your partner is dancing like serious. That dance card is full. Let's leave it there. You decide what you want to do. You know where you have to go with this. There is no fighting with this one. You are just simply going to walk away. Even though I don't see the Eight of Cups. But then again, look at the earth element, because that is where the mix between the earth and the air comes in, or the connection. Now I want to take a look at this Ace of Wands. What is this Ace of Wands? Independence. Working on plans. Very slowly. Queen of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. Changing direction. Taking a stand. Yes, you see, this is where again it comes into that loss of the king. Oh boy. With the truth. Okay. More truth. And then walking away. It is destined. It is destined that this happened. And this is why I was like, you see, this is the hidden third party. That independence, you see, when you realize you don't want to be in a third party anymore, that you don't want any part, when you decide, okay, see, you're not talking the truth that I need to hear, then I'm moving on. There, bam. You decide, I am done. I am done. It is not my destiny to be in a third party situation, so I am leaving. And there it is, the Eight of Cups that I was talking about. It showed up. Because you have to stand and take, you change direction. You decide with the news that you receive. This truth that you receive is going to, for all of you, you're going to make a decision based on what you are told. It's as simple as that. And that changing of a direction, some of you will see that the third party is still connected and will be connected if you go into this marriage or this permanent relationship. The third party is going to be there. For some, not for all. For others, you will see the dissolving of this third party. You will see it, and you will know that it is finished. And then you will be able to move on with your partnership, and you'll have your truth, and you will keep going on. And then others of you will just decide, I don't want this. This is not for me. All of this will come by the moon. There is a new moon happening soon, and there will be a full moon following. So your self-respect is everything. Let's take an oracle on this. For choosing to stand in your integrity, walking away from a relationship that you know is going to include a third party that you are not interested in being with. What is the oracle message for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Don't forget to hit that notification bell for the readings coming up. What is the oracle message for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. It's pretty straightforward, air elements. The female. You see third party right there, upside down, mending. So your partnership needs to heal that third party situation before you can say, okay, I want to be, let's continue, let's get back into our life. That is not so easy. It's very difficult to do. This is why Spirit is coming in and saying, you, after getting your information, whether you get all of the news, all of the truth, you will have to take time. You will have to take time out. Some of you may be only now finding out about this third party. And that is what's going to put you down and say, okay, you know what? I need time. I need time to think. I need time to be alone. I need time to figure out what I want to do next. Because it is going to be devastating for some, and for others, this is confirmation. I knew it. I had a feeling. Then there will be some who will just say, you know what? I've made up my mind. You told me what I needed to hear. I'm out. Either way, you know who you are. But that yin in reverse, the 2, you were at the 1 before you got to the 2. So let's see. Yeah. That masculine, the principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. So you were doing. And then the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. So you were letting things go as they were. Yes, that's smart. You did good. And now you need to see where this protection is coming in. Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, the gesture or offer in equal measure. Open up to let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. So you see, you have to just let things happen. And this is where the conversation is going to help that, in letting things happen, because you will know what you want. And you being always giving and being in charge and being in control, you have to be responsible for that, because that is the possibility where the partnership had to get to be in that compromising situation because somebody was either given or taken too much. And I'm saying you, but it doesn't have to be you. You were probably giving more than you were receiving. Things got one-sided. And now you're finding out why. And in some cases, it may not be so extreme as a third party, but just that overbearingness that made the partnership go into a slump. And then you have to sit back and think, do we want to continue? Maybe it's too much for you to say, I don't want to do this anymore. You're not letting me. You keep taking and I don't get. You get to say things like that. This is where truth comes out. Again, it's not always about a third party, but I feel it and I see it here. Not for all. There are some. For others, it is just your sense and sensitivities, your sensibility, your expression. mingling and mashing with your partners because of certain anxieties that need to be discussed. Again, truth coming out, speaking what is disturbing either both of you or at least one of you. So let's see the mending. If it's 52, so we're going from 2 to 52. So we're doing leaps and bounds here. Because you know what you want. And if it's not so, it doesn't seem to be such a harsh sensation. But then again, there's a third party for some, and that is in the filtration here, and it is hidden, coming up to the surface. So 52. 52 is mending, forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. So that is possible, and that is what most of us are going to go through this September, to be in that choice. I want to be with you. I still want to be with you. Can we go on? Can we change this? Can we fix this? That's what's going to happen. So we'll read the oracle message on that. Actually, no, let's do the relationship. You've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward, separate or together. You and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do. Even if you're not aware of it, the energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and an honest redress. So you have to want to forgive. And it feels like that here. It feels like that. There is a forgiveness that really wants to happen. And it will once the truth comes out. So have your truth conversation and see if you are going in the line of forgiveness or you're walking away. But either way, like it says, you have to give an honest redress. You have to speak your heart. You have to say what you really want, what you can and cannot do. The other person is only guessing when it comes down to what the other person is thinking, doing, saying, or will do, will say. They're guessing. They're hoping in some cases. With that, I thank you for showing up. Your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Air Element, love and light.